Managing moderators can support your channel in even more ways. Don't care. Is this thing foggy? Yeah, now it's better. Now we can see. Lurkers. What do I need to take pictures? Yo, John. How's the boat? Frank the Tank. How are you? How's Canada? Casey, what's up? What you been up to? Nasty Nate. It's Canada Day. I'll be damned. See a flat top. Amy walked in last night and she's like, "What are you watching?" I was like, "I'm watching this guy cook." And she was like, "Is that interesting?" I'm like, "Yeah, this dude's a beast." And she's like, "Really?" I'm like, "Yeah, dude, he's like pumping out this stuff." And yeah, like you said, I watched it for way too long. I watched it for way too long. Green crawl. What is that? Oh, green clover. But Scott, what's up? I know Kyle. I know. I finally took a break from the machine. Let's see if I can get these out. Oh no, somebody glued them in. Who did that? Who glued these lips in? They're not supposed to be glued in. Let's see if I can break this glue without breaking something else, without jamming myself in the finger. Possibly. Possibly. Maybe. If there weren't a commercial, I might still be watching. I enjoyed it, dude. I don't know what kind of weird stuff y'all watch on YouTube, but I sent AJ a video last night of this guy that was just like a line cook at like a diner, and he had like a body cam on that showed him cooking, and it was pretty amazing. Like it's bad that bass fishing's gone so bad that like it's more interesting for me to watch uh, a line cook make people's lunch. But he was insanely efficient at his job. It was pretty impressive. Um, but I've been watching a lot of this guy, um, Craigslist hunter, Peter. Has anybody ever been to into his store? He's somewhere outside of Chicago. Um, Kyle, you like the Craigslist hunter, Peter? Dude, I could listen to that guy talk like all day because he's Polish and he's got this nice accent. Dude, love me some Peter. All right, I was able to get these out. Dinercraft. I did think about starting a food truck down here and putting it out front because they just opened this ballpark, and I was going to call it uh, Tablecraft. But I thought there might be some confusion as to what actually, if we were, uh, if we served food or if we made uh, tables for people who are like woodworkers. Um, Look how easy those came out. Scott, you didn't. No, I haven't put them up yet. I'll probably do that in the future. But no, nobody's missed anything. I just wanted to give everybody a heads up. I've been making all kinds of stuff, dudes. I put one of these on my truck. It's matte black vinyl. Put it on the glass. It looks awesome. I need to take a picture of it, but finally found a new smoker. That's good. That can start AJ's catering business off. Any baits to show, Bobby Balsa? Are you serious? Yeah, I do have baits to show off. These are the these don't show up good in pictures. They show up way better because when you hold these up in the light, all you see is like the purple and the blue, and it shows up really bright. You don't see the reflection of the gold and the green. You have to like look down on kind of. There you can kind of see it where it's silvery. There you go. You have to get just the right angle to where you can see them silver. But yeah, I've been wanting to do this for probably 3 or 4 years now. That is a Hellcat. It is a little. I don't know what size this is that Burns did. It might. I don't think it's the full size. It looks like the half size down. It's a Hellcat 1. So it's beautiful. It's a beautiful specimen of a bait. Um, it is a beautiful specimen of a bait. I'm excited for y'all to throw these. I guess you could call this color tackle crack with a K. But because I didn't think I was crazy, but probably like I don't know 10-15 years ago, Lucky Craft, you had to get them from Japan. You had to get them from like Ichiban or one of those websites, but they sold their magic scales, right? The ones that they put on the American Shad and any of the MS scale baits. They sold those on a sheet, and you could take them. They were individual scales, and you could take them off and you can put them on your baits, however. Well, I never thought, you never think anything's gonna you think everything's gonna be around forever. So you're like, oh, I won't. I'll get some of those later. Didn't. And then when I went back to like check on them, uh, they weren't the same, and they were like in a sheet, and it was just like a clear sticker with like prints of scales, reflective scales on the clear sheet. And it wasn't the same. It wasn't the individual scales. It was just like a clear piece of tape. So I talked to Eric about that. I was like, Eric, am I crazy, or did they make individual scales? And he's like, no, they've got like when they first came out, they were individual, and then they came out with that clear stuff. I was like, I thought so. So I said, I want to make those. So there you have it. There you have it. I made them. Little machine came in handy. EE does have some stashed away, but here's the other one. So I did a gill plate on this one, and there was some The only issue I had with the gill plate was at the very top, and when I clear coated it, it wanted to roll the edge, like the solvent, I guess, ate a little bit of the glue. So I added another 2 coats of clear and tried to bury the gill plates. I don't think anything's going to come off, but so this has got 4 coats of clear on it. But I tried to bury it the best I could. But I mean, if you catch so many fish on this thing where the damn everything the gills start coming off, then I think you've done pretty good. But there's a whole. Some of them have. I was just trying stuff, so there will be some variations. These have a little bit of scale on the top that I painted. Some are. This one was full scales down the back. And some of them I left blank. So, yeah, but they're pretty. They are pretty, especially I think if you fish around bluebacks or something. I think this thing will get juiced. But no rattle. No rattle in that little container. But pretty excited about these. I left them a little bit transparent so you can see a little wood grain, not a lot, but it kind of breaks up the surface. Pretty tasty. I don't know if I will do the gill plates ever again. Just because I don't know. Lining them up was a royal pain in the ass. But the process was absurd. I did honestly when I got into it, I didn't think it was going to take that long. And I sat here and I had all the baits lined up to put the scales on them. And I was like 3 hours in and I had done one side of 20 baits. And I was like, this isn't going as fast as I thought. And I have to put gill plates on both of those or on the other baits. So I had 20 baits done on one side. Yeah, it was absurd. So these will probably be priced a little more because of because of that and the time it took me. The thing about the scales was I thought I could make like universal like print. You know what I mean? Like I thought I could make like a universal kind of pattern and then like roll it. And BBC, that's none of your damn business. What kind of backing? Adhesive, yes. But so I thought I was just going to do like a general purpose pattern, and then I realized that it needed to fit the bait specifically. So I would take a picture of the bait, upload it to Photoshop, do the scales to fit the curvature of the bait, and then do the next bait, make the pattern for that. And then sometimes those didn't. It was a lot of going back and forth, and like cutting some and it didn't look right, and then you'd have to go back and adjust the scales to where the gap was appropriate. And that's what I was doing for hours and hours and hours and hours, was trying to get all the stuff aligned. But you see, like I think Bandit does these, and there's a couple other one. Um, and but their patterns are stupid. Like they're usually like in a straight line. They don't look good. Um, so yeah, it took a little bit of going back and forth to figure out, but figured it out. Not so easy, wasn't there? There were easier things I've done. Painting them would have been easier. Painting them would have been easier. But the other conundrum I had was the eye. So I talked to Burns about it. I said, I'm gonna see if I can just paint them on the top and just leave the eye hole in the gill plate with the eye on top of it. And I tried that, and it did not look good. It did not look good. So, and then I started thinking, I was like, I don't want to do a pupil in like a iris or whatever you call it. So I just did the black nut. Yes, BBC, correct. How do you know how they do them in a factory setting? Because the Lucky Craft ones, I would like to see how they do them because they're stacked. If you look at a Lucky Craft, they lay on top of each other, which is pretty impressive. Um, so that was my first project, but now I've got $150 of material sitting in there that I played around with. You got to have back scales. Hello. You got to have back scales. It makes all the difference. It makes all the difference. But and I've never been a back topwater color, but there's cared much about the color of a topwater back. But there are guys that swear, and I could see it, especially if the bait's clear. But that super spook color that's got this like Okeechobee shad that's got the chartreuse back, it's kind of clear. People swear by that the chartreuse makes a difference, and you can see through the bait, so I can see that. It kind of gives it a glow. Burns, I'd like to see that. Bass don't buy baits. AJ, have you ever thought about making that your business mantra? But I think I would like to have another couple weeks to just sit in there and dick with the play on my computer. That was kind of fun. A little too behind the curtain. Oh, the hot Tua. That girl. Is her 15 minutes about up, or is it still rolling? Has anybody named a bait or color yet in Haktua on that thing? It needs to be up. Is everybody burned out? I mean, I feel like everybody was burned out like a week ago. Am I going to do this again Not like that, and maybe not not this length. Um, the shorter baits are a little more respectable, but gill plates probably not. Um, unless it's a flat bait. If it's flat, I could see doing it again. Um, but the thing about a flat bait is if it's a crankbait, you have to deal with the lip slot, and then that kind of throws things off. Um, but I knew I could do it on a top water because there wasn't a lip, so that's what I did. Um, but I might test the waters on this just for shits and grins. I want to do this on this and put it on eBay and see what that bitch will bring. Because you know how wild people are about DT6s. And if you could do a cracked DT6, I think I'm gonna test the waters. A double back of SB1s. Burns just does what he wants now. I feel like I'm turning into Eric. I'm like, Burns, what are you doing? He's like, I don't know, 100 SB1s. Okay, whatever you feel like. Marty is a machine. I've been wanting to do the Burns -1. I don't think I have rights to the Burns -1. I think Eric has the rights to the Burns -1. What is this? Phone's dying. Yeah, the Burns. If you like -1s, I was definitely very, very surprised when I got uh, Burns's 1- because it runs just like a 1-. I couldn't believe it. Like I was skeptical because it has a very distinct action to a 1-, and then uh, Burns did it. Somebody was in here actually a couple days ago, Burnsy, and I had all these lined up on the sticks. I said, "What are those?" I said, "Marty Burns builds them in Arkansas." He said, "What kind of machine does he use?" I said, "He uses a knife and probably like a bandsaw or something." And he's like, "How's he make them all the same?" That's why he's good. That's why he's the builder dude. I said, "He cuts all those by hand?" I said, "Yeah." So he cuts out the shape and then shapes them by hand. And he's like, "Seriously?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "They're all like identical." So yeah, that's why he's the man. That's why he's the builder dude. You don't get called builder dude for being a damn hack. Ooh, I could. I thought about that one too, Hella. I was looking over here at my little. I was like, what can I put these on? Yeah, the Vixen would get stupid. The Vixen would be stupid. I'll have to do a Vixen. I just don't want to pay eBay. That's where you get the most eyes, though. I don't think it'd do you any good to get on Whatnot. Maybe though. Crack edition. Yeah, I'll have to get my camera out and start taking pictures again and doing a little work. I'm glad you reminded me of that, Hella. Let me write that down because I had forgotten about the old Vixen. What can I write on? No paper? I did do some other stuff. I did paint your ploppers. Birdsey. Paper. I know, AJ. That's the problem. That's the problem. Brendan, I have always wanted a trout vixen. I do. That is. I don't. I don't want for a lot of baits. Um, but the trout vixen I always wanted for. Um, vixen. All right, there's my little note. Um, you catching them on a prop bait, AJ? You wish you had a couple slices of Casey's. Yes, I was. I woke up. I was like, man, what would be good for breakfast right now? Like, breakfast pizza. Where can I get that? Oh, I know. Not here. You have a trout vixen, Hella? You ever throw it? Um, AJ, that doesn't sound fun. The cotton still. How long does the cotton fall? Obviously, it's a June, July thing. Does it go into August or does it end in the near future? Hell, that shit was falling when Hella was fishing. When Hella did his live season opener or whatever it was, that stuff was all over the place. You know what's funny, Bobby? I used to recommend. I had a bunch of guys that I painted for. I don't know where they've gone. They probably spent all their money on vixens. Um, but I had a bunch of guys that loved vixens, and this is when vixens couldn't be had, so they were going. They were going for 100, 150 bucks, and these guys were buying them up like crazy. And I told the dudes, like a handful of them, I said, "Listen, quit buying those. Get on Tackle Warehouse, buy the damn paycheck, and it's the same thing." I'm like, what? I'm like, yeah, buy those. I never heeded my own advice and actually bought any of them because it really didn't matter to me. I didn't care. But I probably sold a lot of paycheck repo mans and whatever other ones they had. I sold a fair amount of them, recommending the Vixen aficionados to them. And then I wake up one day and the paychecks are going for $100. I'm like, wait a damn minute. What in the hell? The only thing I've got paycheck was the frogs, the transporter frog, and I pulled all the legs out of the middle of them. And now Hella's saying that the paychecks might be worth more than a Vixen. Insanity. What would do they have better colors? Or is there like certain paycheck colors? You didn't like the transporter frog, Hella? I don't even know where mine are. They're around here somewhere. They're in a box with no legs in them. But there was less paychecks. That would make sense. I have 2 packs of the one. Is that the big pencil popper? Jim, I had 2 people call me talking about Steve Kennedy's G-Rat Glide, but I never looked up pictures of it. I didn't watch any. The only clips I watched of the Smith Lake tournament was Taku catching the 6-pounder. But that was entertaining. I'm glad Taku won. And I like the clip of of him. He kind of fills the Takahiro void. He's like a friendlier, happier Takahiro. But I like the clip on Mercer where he's talking about the booze. Jim, I think Steve paints all his own stuff. I think he's a painter. I mean, I could probably. Matt got one on the Eon on camera. That's fun. I missed that. And I talked to Josh today, and he didn't mention it, but oh, that doesn't surprise me. Taku is fun to watch. He's fun to listen to. I just like listening to him talk. He's just a general happy guy. Painted them the night before. There you go. Yeah, I don't know what it's, I mean, like you hear Steve talk and he's like, "Oh, this bait's got a beautiful paint job on it." And then you see the bait. Like, we looking at the same bait, bro? Through the Eon on Saturday. Yes, it is a very fun bait to throw, Hella. No bites? No followers? Yeah, I'd like to see what if I have Steve Kennedy connections. Maybe I wonder if Steve would do a custom paint show and tell with some of his custom. I'd like to see like his anytime he does interviews though, his camera is always shitty and his lighting's never great. I'd like to see some of his paint jobs. A Vixen Yozuri fish off. Which Yozuri do you like, Darius? I'd like to get in the mix with that. With a super spook. I'd like to be the super spook player. Or a 3-hook Dreamwalker, but that wouldn't be the same. You'd need plastic, all plastic versus plastic. Maybe maybe. I don't know. Have y'all been watching as much bass fishing lately? The pencil. Is everybody still throbbing the next tournament? By Script Garage just posted a new video. I know it seems like a lot more people are actually just fishing. know a lot of guys traveling to fish. I guess when you going back up north? Mason's up there right now, ripping on smallies in your state. Hella. 5 or 6 posts show up on Instagram. September. Too busy catering. I don't know if that's. This all sounds bad for Bassmaster, and we're not even to midway through the summer yet. Been watching the regular live streamers rather fish and watch people looking at live scope. That's how I like. I've got my guys. I like, watching and stuff like that. But as far as like I like the stuff inside the industry. But as far as like pro fishing, it hasn't been that. I was glad to see Skeet won. That was awesome. Somebody said he caught him on a BDS one, which is even cooler. I like that. That made me happy. But Burns was keeping me updated on that. Still didn't watch it, but the Dream Pop. Bobby Burns has been tinkering, and I'll leave it at that. I didn't watch any tournament coverage anymore. I'll watch old stuff. That's about it. Scott, that's sad, dude. And I'm the same way, though. Like, I never thought I'd get tired of pro fishing, but I feel like it's kind of going down the shitter. Later, Burnsy. Two years in a row, the BDS has gotten a win. What was the other one? Was that other one like an open or something? That guy caught him in Oklahoma or something? I remember seeing the bait. I've got a picture of the bait. It was that peacock color, I think. I got to pull my shorts down because these are really short, and I think my brains might pop out. This is the 2, not the 1, but I think that was the color. Peacock. There was some dude won a tournament not too long ago on that one. What was Kelly Jordan? What color was he throwing? The only balsa popper I have to compare is the CPR, which is also it is different. Yeah, I don't think you can. Yeah, I would agree, Bobby. It is a different animal. I don't know that you could put it in the same box. Conspiracy theorists say that it's not coincidence that the same tech-savvy anglers aren't dominating the shallow tournaments. Johnny, I have to read that about 10 times to understand what it means. But I like a good conspiracy theory. Something short. Oh yeah, well it's probably black and chartreuse. Something lame. Conspiracy theorists say that it's not a coincidence. So it would be a coincidence if they did good shallow, but it's not a coincidence. So that means that they're not doing good because they only know how to use their tech. Bass Fanatic, what's up? Double Jeopardy. Yeah, these here's the thing with these, Kyle. These had a giant hole that connected this like sliver of fabric where they were cut the first time, and it would like hang down. I said, oh. And then there was like an extra long flap in the back to where they were originally cut to length. So then I just went above that hole and cut them straight across all the way to the back. So they're kind of Daisy Duke-ish. Bassin Fanatic, he's on here. Brian Kaschek. There must have been guy that runs vans. How about that? Brian Kaschek says, Bass Fanatic, message him. Write that name down and oh yeah, I don't think Bass Fanatic has the gram. You would have to email him maybe, or I don't think he has social media. I don't think he has Facebook or anything. I don't know. Yeah, that's it. He didn't have social feeds. But what else have I been doing? I've got excuse me. Bass Fanatic, what's your email address? And then I'll delete it. Or Brian, what's yours? Oh, I gotta go to the post office today. Scott, I gotta send you some stuff. Brennan, I'm actually going. Me and the girls are going that we're going up to Miller's Ferry on Wednesday, and we're going to celebrate the 4th of July, shoot fireworks, eat chicken, hot dogs, wave flags, all that good stuff. I'm not taking my boat. My dad's going to have his boat. I'll just fish out of that thing. But yeah, I'm going to go up there. We might stay the whole damn week, Wednesday through Sunday. So we'll see. Yeah, I think Johnny, just from an outsider looking in, it seems like they're gonna try and crash this. They're gonna crash this plane, and then or they're gonna get almost near the ground, and then they're gonna realize, damn, we're about to hit the ground, dude. And then they're gonna try and pull up, and it's not gonna work. Should be fun, Kyle. Scott, what I just sent you is they are all never before done. So that's cool. You've got all very unique baits. Hope you like them. But that's what I need to do. I need to go to the post office real quick. No, not the wood boat. It's it's the one he got from the insurance company that was underwater. It's a big ass aluminum boat. I forget the name of it. Bill Nance used to fish out of one. Fisher? I think it's a Fisher, but it's huge. It's like a deep V. It's almost like I don't know what you'd call it. It's like a hybrid, but it's got a really deep V, but not like a Lund. It's got a console. It's probably as wide as my boat. It's huge. It's got a 115 on it. Needs a jack plate, but I'm kind of, I don't know the rules of jack plating aluminum transoms. Fisher Marine, that was it, Jim. Yep. Jim, you been making any jigs, any buzz pieces, anything fun? Finally just acquired a Nichols ball, so gotta go. Seal the deal. Sent me some Norman, Scott. You sent me the sent me a lot of Normans and some Bagleys. Got to show you a pic of what, BBC? The boat? I feel you, Jim. Yo, Jeremy, what's up? What's new? Just talking about the current state of affairs. Fished a tournament Saturday night for the first time in 10 years. How'd you do? Did you get eaten by mosquitoes? The boat. It's gone now. I can take a picture when I get up there. It's huge, dude. Paid back 3 places, got 4th. That sucks. Yo, Clay, what you been doing? How shallow can it get? I don't. I mean, so it'll get surprisingly shallow considering, but it doesn't draft a lot of water. I mean, I feel like it drafts about as much as a 20-foot bass boat. Purging. How you gonna do that, Scott? Yard sale? The internet? No, not me, Jeremy. I need to fix up mine. Um, Mix of largies and spots. I need to get new seats, but I don't know that the people who do the seats are. I know during the COVID, they did. They got really backed up, and they were like a year and a half or 2-year waiting list or something absurd. They're in Tennessee. Forget the name of them, but they did all the boat seats for Triton. And you could usually, like back in the day, you'd send your seats up there and they'd recover them for like $500. But that was in the good old days. Now I don't know. Now they wouldn't even, or a couple years back they wouldn't even accept orders. So, and I don't want to put aftermarket seats that aren't like factory. So I'll just wait till I can figure somebody that'll fix my seats. And I don't really mind them all ripped up. Hella, just put me on in the back, and my slow southern drawl, I'm sure, will lull you right to sleep. And then I'll pull out a bottle rocket and shoot it off in here. Belton still has been closed for like 2 months due to flooding. Wow, who would have thought? So everything's going to be full, Clay? Been getting them better daytime than night. That's weird. I love Triton seats. There's a guy near Gunnersville that did a great job on the old Strata seats. Yeah, Bass Fanatic, tacklecraft@gmail.com. Send me an email and shoot me his info. I'm not opposed to other people, but there's nobody down here that does like around Mobile. I've looked a lot, and like I haven't found anybody that does like excellent work. You know what I mean? Like they're good enough to get by, but nobody I've found down here like goes the extra level to like be excellent at what they do. Heard the big dog in there. Um, but trying to think what else has been doing. Just making stickers. I didn't hate the carpet job. I know a lot of people don't like doing carpet. I didn't hate carpet. The carpet wasn't that bad. Getting it out was bad, but cutting it and laying it, I didn't think was too terrible. 103. I did take a temperature reading in the. I told Amy one day, like a week or two ago, I was in there painting or whatever. I was like, dude, it is hot as hell today. And she's like, it's not that bad. I was like, it's not that bad. So I went in there with the temperature gun and shot it up on the side of the on the fan in the warehouse. It was 116, and I was like, not that hot. And she was like, well, you're not up there. I'm like, no, but my room pulls air from up there. Kyle, we do, but they're not good, dude. Like, I haven't found anybody that's like good. That's me, Travis. That's me. They're different though. Honey to the pet motel. Oh, we got to take Honey Boo Boo to the pet motel. Stearman, you done ripping on smallmouth? How did that end? I never heard back. The heat is dangerous around here. Fish are thick now, but he can escape. I want carpet on the front, Jeremy. I want SeaDek in the floor. I like carpet up front, but I want the SeaDek in the bottom. There's a place over there, Kyle, in Louisiana that does it very, very reasonably priced. I just got to have the squish up front. Wendy every day except one. Dad got a heat stroke. Do you have a hat on? I guess that's a dumb question. What was he doing? What top water was your go-to? Travis? Kyle, the place I'm talking about, like the name of their business is something to do with coolers. The Kick Knocker. How about that? Doing wings tonight. Lunging horses. Had a hat on. Maybe you should get him one of those cool rags to put around his neck. But the super spook you painted got the biggest bites. That's interesting. I wonder what that was about. You think you could explain it, or there's no explanation, you just take it for what it is? Oh, are you over there making big furry jigs, AJ? Those things are cool. Those things are cool. Didn't somebody catch them on that at Smith? Wasn't there a guy throwing one of those at Smith? The big hair. Jeremy, you talking about the little? It's like a headset, but it's got little fans and stuff in it. It's like swim bait fishing, but fun. I don't know how the. It's about time for me to get back in the swim bait making mode. Preacher jigs, Darius, do you throw one of those? Is that in your arsenal? There was one day the fish was on random mud banks and the spook got all the bites. That makes it hard. Southern Cooler, that might be them, Kyle. I've heard back at like a year or two ago, they were very, very reasonably priced. Like you could go get your boat scanned and they'd cut you out of whatever you wanted for. Like I could get that put in the floor, and it was not very expensive at all. I'm sure they've gone up. Gator, what's up? I haven't put your baits in the mail. I'm gonna take them on the way home today. I've been I let them sit for a little while longer so they cure up real good before I jammed them in a box. Um, Fuzzy rats, no fuzzy rats. Um, Guess the only two states I haven't seen trucking the country: Hawaii and Alaska. Maine. I know Hawaii's one. I guess 'cause you can't drive a truck there, right? Unless you flew there to drive a truck for somebody. One ounce greenfish shin spin. Same, but different than a preacher jig, taller and slower. Yeah, they are much poofier. What is that material? That's the pube like material that's in there. That's very puffy. Travis, that's funny you say that. I was with somebody. I was passing a boat not too long ago. Last time I went fishing, and there was a kid in the boat, and the kid, I was like, "Hey, y'all catching them?" And the kid just like started spilling his guts, and the dad was like, "Please stop." In California now to Oregon, then to South Dakota. You have a fishing pole with you, Johnny? My dad used to tell me not to tell my stepdad where we fish. I don't blame him, Clay. EP fiber. Is that a typical product used in fly tying? EP fiber. Let's look this stuff up. Oh yeah, that's the bushy stuff. Oh yeah, that's it. That's the stuff. Dark olive. It's not very dark. AJ, do you have anywhere locally you can buy that, or do you have to order it? The big ounce plus jigs from Missile. Mm-mm. I went by them and started fishing in the area behind them and started walking. That's perfect for fun of the boat to retie. Losers. A 10 alt. I wonder how many of those they're selling. I wouldn't think a ton. I mean, I haven't. Yeah, they're probably selling some in Texas, probably selling some in Florida, California. You know, the big hitters. Besides that, I wouldn't think that a company like Missile, they would be selling enough to make sense. I guess they got their nut off of the first order. Like, they put it out there, people bought them, like stores bought them, and then after that, I don't know how much you'll see. I don't know what the longevity will be of the monster jig. It was probably one of those things is we'll design this, we'll sell, 100,000 of them initially, and then once those are done, we'll just be done. I did that with a guide back when I was a kid. I told the guide we just needed him for one day, one spot. That's funny. Yeah, Clay, it'll take somebody putting like a lot of time and effort into it, and then be willing to like give up all of that. Gator, I don't. It is packaged in my truck, taped up with a label on it. But the big spoon, man, I love the big. I don't throw. I haven't fished enough since the really big spoon came out. But when the 6-inch sexy spoon came out, uh, when I guess Kelly Jordan was on Kentucky Lake when he was hammering them on that thing. Before it was the sexy spoon, when it was like old Pawpaw's spoon from wherever in Texas. I found some of those when they were really hard to get, and they're over here somewhere. See if I can find those. Hold on one second. Let me pull my rat brains down. Uh, let's see. Here. I think they're here. I thought they were. There they are. So, this was all I could find back in the day. The Big Dandy Custom Flutter Spoon. Equipped with holographic chartreuse on gold. And yeah, This was before the sexy spoon. This is what I had, the gold one. But looking at these now, like it's microscopic. But I remember when you like, if you tab one of these on, people are like, "Holy shit, dude! What is that giant spoon you have on?" But the big spoon bite was fun, dude. I haven't, like I said, I haven't thrown one since these days. But if you don't want to use sweat and fish slime like hella, what cork sealer? I'm not a fan of cork sealer. I'm not the guy to ask. But hell, you can see up there, right there. I've still got a damn whole rack of those stupid ass spoons because you lose them so much. Let's see what's in this random box. I'm gonna get out of here. There's a Tackle Logic worm bag. Oh, there's an old beta painted. Never got clear coated. Createx is holding up good. That's probably 15 years old. What is this? I don't know, some sort of popper without the props. I need to use this. I need to paint this. D4 Oh, dude. I thought this was the baddest ass bluegill on earth when I painted it. I was like, dude, I am next level. 3 bars. Because all bluegill have 3 giant bars on the side. Here you go, Johnny. You don't have to buy one of those rats that JT's hawking. You got this one. Ooh, here is a Hildebrandt. Definitely going to rob the blades off of this thing. Put that over there. Here's a Bagley DB2 that looks like it's got some teeth marks in it, like a cat or something has chewed on it. Is this a Dalton Special? I thought I did, Kyle. I was gonna blow everybody's minds. Here's an Excalibur fat-free fry. Somebody was looking for those. What's that Academy brand? H2O. It's one of their old swim baits. Gently used Devil's Horse. It's okay. Bagley small fry with no hardware. Buzzbait blade, I need that. AJ, Mindy, AJ, Horseshoe, did you ever find your buzzbait blade you were looking for? Here's one of my old swim jig heads with the stolen hook in it and a DOA shrimp. Put all this trash back in the trash bag where it belongs. Settled with regular and unpainted. That's weak, AJ. That is weak. What else we got in here? Don't know why I have that. What is this? Big unit. Dude, I don't know what my deal is with these. Like, I had one pack of these big unit worms, and I wouldn't even fish them because I was like scared to lose them. This guy did pretty cool stuff. I wish I would have known he didn't put salt in it though. Cash Custom Lures. He's in Utah. He made me the. He is definitely responsible for making the slimiest worms ever, but he made me albino super chunks. These are the ones that stuck together. He did a pretty good job though. I was such a dick. We went through 10 variations of like. He poured up like 10. I don't think it was me. I think he just poured like 10 different variations of that color and was like, which one do you like? Scuppernong super chunks. Can't have too many of those. Netbait Pekka swim jig. Don't need that. Ooh, look at this relic. Anybody throw this thing? DOA shrimps is fire. Dope. Uh-oh, I see wood. Oh, this is an old Tom Stanley Popar made of balsa. Except I think it's supposed to be like a chug bug. Wait a minute, Burns. Old Roboworm jig chunks. I don't remember those. Couldn't leave the house without these back in the day. Get your damn arm broke off. Some more. What is this? Ooh. Ooh. Finesse. These things are the juice. These are ancient. Oh, I got a couple flukes hiding in there. It's a good bag. Not that I throw that kind of. Not that I throw those kind of materials anymore. Put that back in there. Baby spook. Where's the trash bag? What else is in here? DB3 with broken lip. Good to have around. Series 6XD. Ooh, Series 4. What's that doing hiding in here? And a regular Series 5. Silent. This 6XD silent too. Who knew? Who knew? What else is in here? Lizards. Super chunks. Scuppernong. Flippin' chunk. Or pack a chunk. Flippin' brown. Oh, there's my juice. Scuppernong. 6-inch lizard. And the holy grail of lizards. Sour grape. Man, it used to be the kryptonite. Well, is that all? There's some Zoom chunks. Root beer. Root. Ooh, these are popular. Bruiser. June bug. Bass Pro Shops crap. Ooh, Travis Stearman probably likes these. Wonder if Skeet Reese is still throwing his 7-inch plum elastic worm. No. I mean, it's a really good swimming worm if it weren't made out of Elastec. You need these, Travis. I thought I was going to use these for swimming. Come to find out, they suck for everything. Some Yamamoto Sashi Shad. I got those in a saltwater place for like $1. 65-pound Power Pro. How much of that's left? Pretty good bit. I guess I'll need to hit up the Whatnot. Put you on some Kiwi Super Chunks. These were the juice. This was the Berkeley Hollow Belly IU color. I used to crush them on this damn thing. How many I have left? 4. All right. I'm going to the post office. Do these still smell like Berkeley? Kinda. They have more of a... No, they smell like petroleum. The baits on the wall? Which ones? These or these? My left, I don't know what that is because it's reversed. So my left would be these. Those are mainly duplicates of things I like to fish. Some of them are stuff I wanted to try. Some of them are random baits I wanted to see what they did. Some of them are retired. Some of them are gifts. Some of them are prototypes. Some of them are paint jobs I like. Some of them are, yeah, I mean, there's just like random stuff I painted that I never sold. Some of those up there like that. That one's just been sitting here collecting dust. Don't know why I didn't sell it, but here it lives. Yeah, just a bunch of random stuff. Norman Big Ends. Never put them on the website. A lot of that kind of stuff. I didn't have to go over there. I just wanted to show you all the shorts. Balsa wood plopper. I have one. Morgan sent it to me. Where is it? It's over here somewhere. Fair viewing. What else we have over there? Just random stuff, honestly. Stuff that doesn't work, stuff that sinks. For example, this Yozeri lipless, I bought it because it's this like flexible material. And I wanted to know what it was. Uh, Just weird stuff. Just random weird stuff. All right, I'm gonna head home. Good talking to you guys. You got the trade on the wall. Yeah, it's right there. All right, it's over. How do I get there? All right, there. Right there. This cat called 17 times a day. Oh. Trying to think what else. Anything really interesting? There's a bunch of handmade stuff, a bunch of random stuff. Just stuff I like. That's not in, that hasn't gone in a box. Yes, email soon. Email soon. Because I need to get these out before I leave. So good talking to everybody. Y'all be good. We'll talk again. Because I don't have any clear coat, I can't clear coat and paint any base this week before I leave. So I'll just be in here sanding, dicking around, and maybe we can talk tomorrow. Catch y'all later. See you, dudes.